Hey y'all, we are in the dressing room in Charleston, South Carolina. It really does all run together. We have 11 more shows, including tonight, and then this tour will be a wrap. It's been so fun meeting you all in person and corresponding online. I'm reading the comments and just enjoying myself. That last top 10 list was a lot of fun, so I came up with another that will give you some insight in how we travel as it pertains to hotels. I pride myself on not losing stuff, but when it rains, it pours. It just like comes in waves. But we'll talk about that later. But let's get into this. Actually, it's a list of 10 things. Um, so what I find is usually the farther away you are from the elevator, the quieter your room will be, the quieter your stay will be. Because when I'm on the road, we're going to the same cities. I've been doing this for decades now, so we're going to the same cities. Sometimes I'll get out, but most of the time I just want to sleep until the bitter end, run through the shower and get back on the bus and go to the venue and rinse and repeat. Uh, but usually I find the farther you are away from the elevator, the quieter your stay is. So, at 4 or 5 in the morning, it's a long walk to get to your room. But once you get there, it's quiet. And I need that. And I dig it. This next one is kind of funny, but vital. You got to get off of the bus, get your luggage off of the bus, and wheel it to your room. It's very important to wake up and read the signage in the outside of the elevators to let you know which way your particular room is, because it is very frustrating. Again, at 4 or 5 a.m., having walked down this long hallway only to realize you went the wrong way because you didn't read. Reading is fundamental, yes? So you do kind of have to wake up and read. And then one of the first things I do when I get to my room is hang the do not disturb sign. Before I shut the door, I wheel my luggage in, grab that sign off of the other side of the door, and put it on the outside hallway so that hopefully the housekeeping staff won't wake me up, especially if we have a late checkout. Because we're usually in our rooms for as little as maybe 5 or 6 hours before we have to leave. We usually get to the hotel, between 3 and 5 a.m., maybe later though, depending on how long the drive is. And then we may check out as early as noon, sometimes as late as 3. We had a 4 o'clock checkout a couple days ago that was just bliss because I really slept until the bitter end. But yeah, hang that do not disturb sign on your door like I do so that you can sleep if that is your thing. This next one is a good one. Once I get in my room and get situated, I call the front desk and give them my rewards number. Traveling like this, you can accumulate some points if you get to gold status or above. When you check in, a lot of times they give you a couple free bottles of water, which is like an essential thing. Hotel rooms are usually dry and cold. I like the cold. I can sleep forever if it's cold and dark. But a bottle of water on the bedside table is just a cool thing. So everybody from Motel 6 to the Ritz-Carlton, they have, I wanted to say frequent flyer programs, but rewards programs. So you can accumulate points and get some perks. Stay on a special floor or have a special meal or a meal credit or what have you. So yeah, call downstairs and give them your rewards number. Sign up. You can get free Wi-Fi. All kinds of little things that mean a lot when you're going to be away from home. Next is I don't turn in my room key when I check out of a hotel, because it has happened in my recent past and farther away past that I realize when I'm on the way to the bus that I left something in my room. And if I've turned in that key, then I can't get back in the room. So what I usually do is keep the key until I get to the next hotel. And then I discard the old key and put the new key in the same place in my wallet every time. So for me, it's important to establish a routine so that you don't misplace anything, which I've done recently. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Uh, but like I said, just creating a routine on the road is really, really important. Next, I set an alarm on my watch or on my phone for 1 hour before I have to check out. Just in case you want to sleep to the bitter end, you got an hour to repack your bags, pull yourself together, run through the shower, put some new clothes on, and make it to the bus. Uh, so that's something that's served me well, because a lot of times these hotel clocks are really hard to figure out. And that's the next thing on my list. If you can figure it out, you might want to adjust the room clock in your hotel room to the correct time. But some of these things, you kind of need a degree in aerospace engineering to adjust the clock. So I usually use the clock on my phone or on my watch. But if you can't figure it out, go for it. What is important is to erase the previous alarm on the clock. It's not much worse than getting into your hotel room at 4 a.m. and then an alarm goes off at 6 a.m. because the previous occupant of that room didn't erase their or reset that alarm. So that's something I do. I try to figure it out. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But it is a drag when the alarm interrupts your sleep. So I try to be a conscientious hotel guest, and I don't set alarms on the clock. I'll set an alarm on my phone or on my watch. But that hotel room clock is a big thing. And now, I guess because everybody has a phone and or a smartwatch, a lot of people have. Some hotel rooms don't have clocks. I miss rolling over and seeing a clock. I have I have 3 clocks in my bedroom. So, whichever way I glance, I can see what time it is. It's just kind of one of my things. I like knowing what time it is. The next thing is, if the housekeeping staff has been coming in and changing your linens and refreshing your towels and bringing new coffee pods or what have you, leave them a little something on the desk when you leave. I'm sure it's very much appreciated and just a very kind thing to do, yeah? This next one, be a conscientious hotel guest. So keep your TV down, keep your music down, keep your conversations down to a very dull roar, because it's a shared space, right? Some musicians like to practice in their hotel rooms. I'm not necessarily down with that, because people are in there. You're staying at the Ritz. I don't want to hear you playing your instrument. I want to sleep or just enjoy my experience in my room. So that's something I'll pass along. And this last thing, the idiot check, I call it. Checking to see whether or not you've left anything. I say do the idiot check twice. Maybe I need to listen to my own advice and do it 5 or 6 times, because I'm usually not one to lose things. And in the last week, I've lost 2 things that I use every day. I left my very expensive electric toothbrush on the vanity in the bathroom in Providence, Rhode Island. Of course, nobody can find it, right? And then yesterday, I had a blender shipped out for the bus so I can make my smoothies every day. And I left my thermos just outside of the bus. When I was putting my luggage in, I evidently just didn't see it and got on the bus without it. And that's really rare for me. I don't lose things, but kind of when it rains, it pours. And now I'm up to 2 items that I really use within a week's time. So do the idiot check again and again and again, and just make sure you got everything you came with. These are just some of the things I experienced on the road, and maybe you can adopt some of these habits when you're on vacation. Get a room, request a room at least that's far away from the door, and have a quiet and enjoyable stay on your vacation. I've really been having fun reading the comments and interacting with you guys. I love meeting you guys. We have 11 more shows, and then this tour will be a wrap. So I'm still hoping to meet even more of you. Just stay tuned. All right. Thanks a bunch. Bye.